What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do a quick review on Aroma Depot, and it's their fragrance oil. I'm about to make another batch of soap. Just a 2-pound batch, and this is Jasmine fragrance. It's fragrance oil from Aroma Depot. I have never used their fragrance oils before. So I'm trying my best to, whenever you use a new fragrance oil, you want to do everything that you can, because if you've never used it, you don't know if it's gonna accelerate the batch or not. And what accelerating mean is when you mix up, you get all your oils mixed up, you get all the expensive organic oils all mixed up, and then once you add the fragrance in there, then it starts to get thick really quick, like very quick, in like a minute. Or a minute or two, and then it can ruin all of your soap. So whenever you're using a new fragrance oil or a new type of fragrance from a brand that you're not familiar with, it's best to do like a test batch, which is a small batch. But I did a lot of research on this, so I'm hoping that you seeing me do this review right in front of you, and I'm hoping that it will not seize up and thicken up the batch of soap to where I can't use it, because then it's a waste of money. You've used up a lot of money using up organic coconut oil, organic olive oil. I mean, all of that stuff is expensive. So I will definitely not be using any type fragrances that I am not familiar with. I do know some brands that I've used that are great, and I will be sticking with them. This is a new oil fragrance that I have never used, so I'm being cautious. So I've done a lot of research, as I mentioned, and so it's kind of good if you're trying to make it where it don't thicken up. Then you use like more liquid oils. I did use some shea butter. This is what you see in here, which it's a little bit thick, but I use a small percentage of shea butter. So I got all of my shea butter in here, and I'm mixing it up now and just trying to get it to a liquid form. And again, you guys, if you're a soaper like I have become, where I'm making organic soap, and if you're doing that, you want to stick with brands that you're familiar with. Now, some fragrances you can use in the melt and pour soap, but if you are organic artisan soap maker like I've become, then you want to be very careful about the fragrances that you use, because they can ruin your batch. It will not do that in just a little melt and pour soap, but if you're making homemade soap, it can ruin your batch. So now you guys see me, I diluted the fragrance oil in the oil. You see all that liquid oil that I diluted it in, and so now I'm adding it to the shea butter mixture. Not shea butter, yeah, shea butter. So I'm stick blending it, not for long, because you really don't want to do a lot of stick blending, because when you stick blend a lot, it's just going to make your batch of soap thicken up way quicker. So I'm using a whisk. So I did stick blend. You see, I didn't stick blend long at all. Then I kind of whisked. Now I'm going to split the batch up. I could have just left it in a natural color like it is, it looks kind of like a pale yellowish color, especially with me doing like jasmine, because jasmine flowers are, in the wintertime, they're kind of yellowish. So I could have left it alone and not added any non-toxic colorant. But I did add a little non-toxic colorant. Instead of doing that, I probably should have went on and poured the soap. Because that's the thing of it, when you're doing it, you don't know. Once you add the fragrance, especially if it's a fragrance you're not familiar with, you don't know. It'll start, getting thick like really, really quick, you guys. And so right now it's fine. As you see it right now, it's fine. I should have went on and poured it, but I add a little yellow colorant, which I don't know why I did that because it's already like a yellowish color. So I'm stirring now. And as I'm stirring, it seems like it's fine, but you're gonna see it's gonna start getting thick, but not so thick that it ruined the batch of soap. But you can tell right here with this that I didn't add any non-toxic colorant. You can see that, I don't know if you can see, but it's getting thicker. So now I'm getting ready to pour because it is getting kind of thicker. It will not ruin a batch of soap if it's to this consistency, but if I would have waited any longer to pour the batch, it would have gotten ruined, or it would have got real thick. Like I said, it's thickening. So I should have just left it the natural color that it was. But and see, you can see as I'm pouring it out, you can see it looks like it's getting thicker, but again, it's not ruined. So I just wanted to show you there are some other type ways that you can try to avoid it thickening up. You know, I diluted it with all of that oil. I did the most. I added more distilled water to my mixture, to my batter. You guys, thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. It's absolutely free to be a subscriber. Be blessed.